What's going on, guys? I'm Josh.
I'm Samantha.
And we're the Collecting Couple. And today we're going to be talking about the biggest Funko Pop lines to collect.
Let's get started.
Welcome back to another video, guys. Before we talk about the biggest lines of Funko Pops that you can collect, be sure you leave a like down below. And if you are new, hit subscribe and the notification bell so you know when we post new videos. Today we're going to be talking about the biggest lines of Funko Pops that you can collect. So if you are a new collector and you're just trying to figure this out and you maybe don't want to have a huge collection like we do or some other YouTubers do, you can kind of know what to avoid or maybe what to more go towards. So let's just start with some of the biggest lines for sure. We collect a lot of the big lines.
Yes, we do. And I think when we first started collecting, we were kind of talking about how, we can just collect what we like. It doesn't matter. We'll just pick up Star Wars Pops that we like or Disney Pops that we like. And then it turns into, well, I like all of these. And you get bunches of this long that you get. Definitely the bigger lines, they're going to have way more pops, especially like Disney, like I mentioned. Disney has a ton of pops.
Star Wars has tons
Star
of
Wars
pops.
has tons. Dragon Ball Z
has tons. Lots of anime ones have tons of them. Marvel has a lot. But the good thing is that there are like subsets within those. So, for instance, if you are a big fan of WandaVision, for instance, you can collect just the WandaVision Funko Pops. You don't have to collect the entire MCU or all of the different characters. You can collect just that. Or for instance, with Star Wars, a huge line. But let's say you really like controversial, The Last Jedi. Let's say you really like The Last Jedi, like me. You can collect just The Last Jedi Pops or just characters from those stories that you like.
Right. Maybe, for me, I collect Disney Pops. And, I really like the Alien Remix Pops. I'm not going to lie. I like all of those. And I am still waiting for one of my waves to come. But, a lot of people might not like those because they're like, those are stupid. They are aliens dressed up as other Disney characters. You don't have to collect those. But that is an example of it's within the line of Disney, but they're just characters that's kind of like its own separate little thing. So you don't have to collect every single thing. Or maybe if you're a Disney collector, you mainly want to collect the princesses or something like that. It's very doable. The only thing you have to look out for in some of these bigger lines too, and if you're a new collector, is you might find a pop you really like at the store, and then you look up, oh, do they have if I'm doing Disney princesses, I find maybe a Jasmine out and about on my pop hunt, but then I'm like, oh, do they have Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty or whatever else? And then I look it up and the pops are super old and you can't find them anywhere.
Another thing to remember if you are not wanting your collection to become a huge collection, if you don't want to collect these big lines, is you just have to be really super picky about what you collect. So for instance, the movies and television lines are really big, but they also have the different subsets categories as well. Like there's a Parks and Recreation set, or there's a Forrest Gump set for the movies, but you have to be really picky about what you like. So I like a lot of movies, but there are some pops that I've chosen not to collect, even though I really like the movie. Like I really like the Dumb and Dumber movie, but I have chosen not to collect the Dumb and Dumber pops unless I find the chases or something like that. I might pick those up. But even though it's a movie I really like, I have become super picky because I don't want my movies line to become this huge line that we collect. So for me, it's like it has to be a movie I really like. So for instance, when the Jaws pops came out, I really like Jaws. I've been wanting those pops forever. So I knew I had to get those. But like when Dumb and Dumber was announced, I was like, okay, I know I like Dumb and Dumber, but I'm going to choose not to collect this because I don't want the movies line that we had to get too out of hand.
Along with being super picky about what you add to your collection, that will help you not get your collection kind of out of hand or, to 900 pops like we have, is to kind of only get pops that hold memories for you. So like a lot of these hold a ton of memories for us, but we have Kevin with the Up House. I'm looking at it right now. And I mean, doesn't really hold a memory for me. I just think it's cool. So like if I were to start downsizing, maybe I would be like, whatever, I'll get rid of that. But, you know, it's kind of like when you first start collecting or you really want to keep your collection really small, think about like, okay, like does this have a special connection? Like for me, like the movie Grease has been my favorite movie since I was like 6 years old. Like I love that movie. It's going to always be my favorite movie. I'm never going to get rid of those pops. Like, so those pops like are going to stay in my collection and they're going to be ones that I pick up and I'm going to hold on to forever. So think about stuff that you're going to actually want to keep in the long run, and not necessarily like having your collection and then once you start growing your collection a little bit more, you start thinking, I could get rid of that.
Let us know down below, guys, what do you personally collect and how have you been able to make sure that your personal collection has not like gotten crazy out of hand? We tend to downsize every now and again whenever we're organizing our collection. Let us know what you do. But until next time, remember, never stop collecting.